round 38. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the last stitch before any chain 1 point space. Oops. There we go. Okay, and then let me just zoom in a weeny bit. That's it. Okay, our repeat is in our chain 1 space. We are going to single crochet, chain 1, mark that chain 1 space, and single crochet. Okay, single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so that's the first one of those 4. Chain 1, skip the next 2 stitches, and then 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch. Okay, so for a double crochet cluster, yarn over once into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2. Okay, that's your first partial double crochet. Excuse me. We're going to do that 3 times. So yarn over, in, pull up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, in, pull up a loop, yarn over and through 2. Okay, so we've got 4 loops on a hook, yarn over and pull through all of those loops. Okay, let me zoom right in so I can show you this more closely again. Okay, we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then 3 double crochet cluster, 1, 2, 3, through all. Chain 1, skip the next stitch. We're going to do that 11 times. Okay, so our 11th repeat, don't forget we end with the chain 1 and skip the next stitch, which is the last of those doubles. Okay, we're then going to 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch, which is the first of the single crochets. Okay, chain 1, skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in the next one. Okay, so our repeat is in our chain 1 point space, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip the next 2 stitches, 3 double crochet cluster in the next stitch, that's the last of those single crochets, and chain 1. You're going to do that 11 times, which will bring you across to here. So the last stitch that you skip is that last double crochet. You're then going to make a 3 double crochet cluster into the first of the single crochets, chain 1, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch, okay, which is the stitch before your chain 1 space. Okay, so go ahead and do that 12 times. Omit the last single crochet because you've already made that. Join to that standing single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 39. And we're going to join with a standing half double crochet in the chain 1 space after the last cluster of any repeat. Okay, so there's our last cluster, there's our chain 1 space, standing half double crochet. Okay, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, so that's those 2 single crochets there, single crochet in the chain 1 space, and your marker can come out now. Okay, single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so across that sort of point section from previously, you've got 5 single crochets. Okay, and then we're going to half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, front post half double around the next stitch. I'm going to do that 3 times. Okay, so that's 2, and 3. Okay, so half double in the chain 1 space, front post half double around the cluster 3 times. We're then going to double crochet in the next chain 1 space and front post double crochet around the next stitch, and we're going to do that 6 times. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's the last one coming up, 6. Okay, so those 3 are half double, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are all with double crochet. Double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Okay, and then we're going to front post half double around the next stitch, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and again we're doing that 3 times so it matches to the other side. So the last half double crochet comes in the chain 1 space after the last cluster. Okay, and that is our repeat. Okay, so you're going to do that 12 times. Omit the last half double crochet because you've already made that. Okay, so you've got single crochet in 2 stitches, single crochet in the chain 1 space, single crochet in 2 stitches, so you've got a group of 5 single crochet there. Half double crochet in the chain 1 space, front post half double crochet 1, 2, 3 times. Double crochet in the chain 1 space, front post double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Front post half double in the chain 1 space 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so fairly simple, but just make sure that you do get the height of those stitches right, because this is what's now taking us back to a circular shape. Okay, so you need that extra height in the middle there. Okay, so all the way round and join to your standing half double crochet with a slip stitch. Okay, round 40, and we've got a hint that the increases fall in the single crochet made in the chain 1 space and in the 4th and 9th front post double crochet of each repeat. Okay, so it's chain 3, and that counts, oops, let me just pull that through, that's it, that counts as a double crochet. Okay, double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, and then we're going to start our repeat. So there's a single crochet made into the chain 1 space. Okay, so 2 double crochet in there, and then we're going to double crochet in the next 9 stitches. Okay, so as you are working around, just keep counting and just make sure that you follow that hint. Okay, alright, so there's our front post stitches. So that's the 4th one, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, so the 4th and 9th front post stitches is where your next 2 increases will come, and the one that's made into the chain. Okay, so I'm going to go through and do all of that so that you can see what the whole of one section, which will be 3 repeats, will look like. Okay, so we started off 2 double crochet into, let me zoom in a bit so you can see this really clearly. Oops, a bit too far. Okay, there's the single crochet made into the chain 1 space. We've got 2 double crochet made in there. We've then got 9 double crochet, 2 made into the 4th front post stitch, another 9 double crochet, and then 2 double crochet made into the 9th front post stitch, and then another 9 double crochet. Okay, that next one is a single crochet made into the chain 1 space. Okay, so in each repeat of 12, from the single crochet to the single crochet made in the chain 1 point spaces, you've got 3 repeats of 2 double crochet in the next 9 stitches. So just to make sure that you keep on track and you're correct, make sure that you've got those increases in the right places. Okay, into the single made in the chain 1 space, 4th front post, 9th front post. Okay, all the way round, join to the top of your chain 3, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, round 41. Okay, we've got a hint before we start this round, and it says that your work will cup slightly, and to ensure that the second back post double crochet is made below the first. Okay, this is quite simple. It's one of my favourite stitches because it gives a really effective look, or a really nice effect. Okay, so join with a standing back post double crochet around any 2 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to go around those 2 for the increase. Okay, so you're around both of those stitches. Okay, like that. And then you're going to make a second back post double and make sure you go below the first 2. Okay, so there's the first one, below the first one, pull through. Okay, so that's 2 back post double crochet around 2 stitches together. Okay, and you're going to do that a total of 197 times. Okay, So around the posts of the next 2 stitches, double crochet, around the post of the next 2, double crochet. Okay, around the next 2, and what you will find is if you keep your tension slightly relaxed as you pull up and around, as you keep working, we just do a couple more and then you'll see what happens. Okay, because it started off where they were pulled up quite tight underneath the stitch like that. But you see what happens as you work around? They start to relax and drop down. Okay, so you get this nice chunky effect around 2 stitches together. Okay, so we're not increasing, we're not decreasing. We're keeping exactly the same number of stitches because we're working 2 stitches around 2 stitches. Okay, so just all the way around, 2 back post double crochet around 2 stitches together, (197 times), so you're going to have a total 396 back post double crochet. Okay, and you can see where you do the second stitch below the first, it sort of drops back slightly, so the first one sits forward, the second one sits back slightly. Okay, which also gives this next round a slightly textured look. Okay, all the way round, join to that standing back post double with a slip stitch. Round 42, and we've got a hint. Mark the last stitch of each repeat to help keep the stitch count accurate. Okay, we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and we're then going to double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and then our repeat is to double crochet in the next 10 stitches. 2, 3, 9 and 10. Okay, so let's double crochet in the next 10 stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and just pop a marker in there so you know that's the end of that repeat. Okay, you're going to do that 36 times. You'll omit the last 2 double crochet because you've already made those there at the beginning. Join to the top of the chain 3, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, round 43. This is the last round for part 3. Okay, and we're going to repeat what we did here. Okay, so you're going to join with a standing, oops, everything's sliding, join with a standing double crochet around any 2 stitches. Okay, so your back post around 2 stitches, double crochet, and then working below the first stitch, make a second back post, make a second back post double crochet. Okay, so around the next 2 stitches, so you've got 2 posts there, double crochet, and make the second back post double around both of those posts and around and below the first. Okay, so just carry on like that all the way round, so there's no increases, no decreases, exactly the same as we did before. And although you will have noticed at the end of 42 that your work was a little bit wobbly, because we're not making any increases, this is going to bring it all nice and flat. Okay, so work all the way round, join to your standing back post double crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Okay, again, just to help you, use stitch markers at intervals, say every 20 or 50 stitches, something like that, to help you with your stitch count. You will need to have the correct stitch count of 432 back post double crochet. Okay, so then once you've joined, work away all of your ends, take a nice photo and share it with us all. Okay, see you for part 4.